Hi, my name is Danica and today I have a book haul. You may have noticed that I have a new background now. I used to have my graphic novels behind there because it has the tallest shelves of all my bookcases, but it doesn't really represent my reading taste. I don't talk about graphic novels a lot and I don't read a ton of graphic novels, so it seemed a little silly for that to be always my background for my videos, so I switched it and now all my favorites are behind here. These two shelves are my favorite lesbian read books. Below are my favorite non-lesbian books, which you can't see, but that's okay. So I feel like this is a little bit more reflective of my reading taste and what I talk about on this channel, so I hope you like it. And now I'll get into the haul. At the Lesbury I have an Amazon affiliate link, and any money that I make through there I just funnel into more books. So I got a check in the mail from Amazon, which meant that I went to my local used bookstore, which also happens to be where I work, and I get a great stuff discount, and I went and bought a bunch of books. Mostly I bought a lot of weird, obscure lesbian books. First I picked up Silverglass by JF Rivkin, which looks like just a ridiculous, cheesy fantasy book about a bisexual barbarian woman, and this cover is ridiculous. In the same vein, I picked up Gossamer by Gael Baudino, and this looks like possibly the best book ever written. It's a fantasy book about a woman who saves her lover through the power of heavy metal music. The blurb at the top says, "A new magic has entered the realm of the seed, and its name is rock and roll." I can't resist that. And then we have the only non-lesbian book in this haul, which is The Inconvenient Indian by Thomas King. I've talked about one of his other books, The Truth About Story, on this channel before, and I loved it, so I had to pick up another one of his non-fiction books, and I'm really excited about this one. And then my greatest find for this haul is Kicking the Habit, a lesbian nun story by Jeanne Cordova. There are several reasons I'm really excited about this. One, lesbian nuns. I will always pick up a book about lesbian nuns. Two, I've actually read Jeanne Cordova's other memoir, When We Were Outlaws, and I really enjoyed it, so I think I will genuinely like this book. And three, Jeanne Cordova is also Latina, which means I can read it this year. And following this theme, I also got Lesbian Nuns Breaking Silence, and I don't need to explain to you why I wanted this book. And bonus, for both of these lesbian nun books, I asked my boss how much they were going to be, and he said I could have them for $2 cash, was his exact quote, so that was a deal. Another lucky find was Cool for You by Eileen Myles. Eileen Myles is a lesbian poet whose books are usually pretty difficult to find, and I found this one in kind of the discount room, which was lucky. It seems to be sort of a fictionalized memoir of her life. I also got Olivia by Olivia. This is a lesbian novel that was written in 1949. The actual author is Dorothy Strachey, but she used a pseudonym at the time. This is a boarding school novel about falling in love with a female teacher, and it promises to be really tragic in that way that 50s lesbian books usually are, but it also got blurbed by Sarah Waters in a new edition, and she's my favorite author, so hopefully this is worth the read. I also picked up The Amazon Trail by Lee Lynch. This is a collection of newspaper articles that were written in the 70s and 80s by Lee Lynch, and it should be an interesting look at sort of lesbian politics and priorities at the time. And lastly, I picked up one just solely based on cover and title appeal, and that is Tales from the Dyke Side by Jorjet Harper. I couldn't leave this in the bookstore. It seems to be a collection of humor essays, and flipping through it, it looks like it could be my sense of humor, but really that's just a bonus to this. I had to have it. I had to. That is all for this book haul. Let me know if you've read any of these and what you thought of them, or if anyone else on BookTube is interested in the same bizarre, obscure lesbian books that I am. And thank you for watching. Bye!